Today, I'm breaking down exactly what makes this rare 2001 D quarter so valuable, how to check if you've got one, and why someone's willing to pay that kind of cash for it. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be eyeing your loose change like a treasure hunter on a mission. Now, before you start flipping over every quarter in sight, let's talk about why this particular 2001 D Mint Mark quarter is worth so much. Most quarters from 2001 aren't anything special. They're worth, well, 25 cents. But a rare mint error has made certain coins ridiculously valuable. This error, a major double die obverse. Basically, the design was stamped twice, causing some letters and numbers to look doubled. If you spot this, congratulations, you might be sitting on a gold mine. The crazy part? Someone actually paid $91,000 for one in pristine condition. Imagine buying a quarter for a quarter and selling it for the price of a luxury car. Now, here's a little personal story. A few months back, I was helping my buddy move, and he had this old jar of coins sitting on the counter. I jokingly said, "Dude, what if there's a rare one in here?" He laughed, but we decided to check anyway. We dumped out the jar, sorted through a mountain of pennies, dimes, and boom, there it was. A 2001 D quarter with a funky-looking Liberty. I'll be honest, for a second, I thought I hit the jackpot. But after closer inspection, turns out it was just a regular old quarter with some pocket lint giving me false hope. Still, that experience made me realize how easily these valuable coins can be hiding in plain sight. So, how do you know if your 2001 D quarter is the real deal? The mint mark? It must have a D under "In God We Trust."
No de.
Keep looking. Doubling on the front, check Liberty, and the year 2001 for any doubling effect. Condition matters. The $91,000 quarter was in top-tier condition. If yours has been through a few vending machines, it might still be worth something, but not quite that much. So, next time you get a quarter back in change, don't just toss it in the cup holder. Take a few seconds to check, because that little coin could be worth thousands. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because I'm always sharing hidden treasures you might have sitting in your pocket right now. You don't want to miss the next big find. Imagine finding a quarter in your pocket and realizing it's worth a jaw-dropping $91,000. Yeah, you heard that right. 91 grand. That's not just vending machine money, that's life-changing money. Today, we're diving into the 2000 D Washington quarter, why it's so valuable, and how you might just have one sitting around without even knowing it. Stick around, because this is a coin story you don't want to miss. So, let's talk about this golden ticket of a quarter. The 2000 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, hence the little D under the year. Now, you might be wondering, why in the world would a quarter from 2000 be worth more than my car? Well, it all comes down to rarity, condition, and those tiny little minting errors that make collectors go wild. First off, let's talk about what makes it so special. Some of these quarters were struck on experimental planchets, meaning the US Mint was playing around with different metal compositions, and a few slipped through into circulation. If you have one of these rare errors, congratulations, you're sitting on a jackpot. Now, condition matters too. The highest prices go to coins graded in pristine condition. Basically, they look like they just rolled off the minting press yesterday. If your quarter has been rattling around in a jar with a bunch of loose change, well, it might not hit that $91,000 mark, but hey, it could still be worth a nice chunk of change. Here's a little story for you. A buddy of mine, let's call him Mike, used to think coin collecting was just for old guys with magnifying glasses. One day, he finds a quarter in his car's cup holder, and just for fun, he looks it up. Turns out, it's one of these rare 2000 D quarters. Now, it wasn't in perfect shape, but he still made a few $1,000s off it. And guess what? He's been hooked on coin hunting ever since. So, moral of the story? Always check your change. You never know what kind of hidden treasure is just waiting to be found. Alright, so now you know why the 2000 D Washington quarter is worth a fortune and what to look for. If you've got one, get it checked out. And if not, don't worry. There are tons of valuable coins still out there just waiting to be discovered. If you love learning about coins that could be worth big money, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I drop videos like this all the time, helping you uncover hidden treasures in your spare change. Who knows? Your next lucky find could be just around the corner. Imagine this. You're digging through your couch cushions, Looking for some spare change? And bam, you find a quarter. No big deal, right? But what if that quarter was worth $91,000? Yeah, you heard me right, almost six figures for one single coin. Today, we're diving into the 1999 P. Washington quarter, a coin that might just make you rethink how you treat your pocket change. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, why this quarter is so valuable, and how you could be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. First off, let's talk about what makes the 1999 P quarter so special. Now, if you remember, 1999 was the first year of the 50-state quarters program. People were excited, collecting them like crazy, but not all quarters were created equal. Some of these coins have rare errors and highly sought-after variations that drive their value through the roof. The big money maker? A mistake at the mint, specifically a major striking error or a proof coin accidentally released into circulation. These rarities are what send collectors into a frenzy, and what made that one 1999 P quarter sell for $91,000 at auction. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these quarters? Great question. Here's what you should look for. Make sure it has a P for Philadelphia. Look for misprints, doubling, or odd designs. The better the condition, the higher the value. A well-preserved quarter will fetch way more than a scratched-up one that's been through a vending machine battle. I actually have a funny story about this. A few years ago, I was at a gas station and I got some change back. I checked the quarters like I always do because, once a coin nerd, always a coin nerd. I found a 1999 P quarter and got excited for a second, thinking I hit the jackpot. Turns out, it was just a regular one worth 25 cents. But hey, at least I got a good laugh and a reminder to keep searching. So, what's the takeaway here? Check your change. That random quarter in your pocket could be worth thousands. Imagine accidentally spending a $91,000 quarter on a bag of chips. That's the kind of heartbreak we're trying to avoid here. If you enjoyed this video and want more money-making coin tips, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be breaking down more rare coins, how to spot them, and what they're worth in today's market. Now go check your piggy banks, wallets, and yes, your couch cushions. Who knows? You might be richer than you think. Today, I've got a wild one for you. What if I told you that a regular-looking 2015 P Washington quarter could be worth a jaw-dropping $91,000? Yeah, you heard that right. That's not just a grocery trip or a new phone. That's life-changing money from a single quarter. So stick around, because you might just have a fortune sitting in your couch cushions right now. Alright, let's dive into this little gem, the 2015 P Washington quarter. This coin was minted in Philadelphia, and while most of these are only worth 25 cents, a few rare ones are making collectors lose their minds. So what makes this quarter so valuable? Well, there are a few key factors: errors, condition, and demand. First up, let's talk errors. Some of these 2015 P quarters were struck with major minting mistakes, like double dies, off-center strikes, or even missing clad layers. If you find one with a dramatic error, congrats, you just hit the coin lottery. These errors make a coin unique, which is exactly what collectors are willing to shell out big bucks for. Next, condition. If you have a 2015 P quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially one graded MS67 or higher, then you're looking at some serious cash. The higher the grade, the rarer it becomes, and that's where the money rolls in. Now, let me tell you a quick personal story. A friend of mine used to roll his eyes every time I picked up a coin and examined it. He'd say, "Dude, it's just a quarter." Fast forward to last year, and guess who found a rare error quarter worth over $2,000? That's right, Mr. It's just a quarter himself. You better believe he's checking his change now. So don't be like old him, be like new him, and always check your coins. Alright, so back to the big question. Where does the $91,000 come from? A nearly perfect 2015 P quarter with a rare error was sold at auction for that insane amount. Now, before you go quitting your job and digging through every quarter you can find, remember, finding one of these isn't easy. But with patience and a sharp eye, you might just be the next lucky collector to cash in. And that's why you should always check your change. That extra time could turn a simple quarter into a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, hidden treasures, and how to spot them, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like and comment below. Tell me if you've ever found a rare coin in your pocket. And as always, keep searching, keep collecting, and I'll catch you in the next one. Today, we're talking about the 2014 D Washington quarter and why collectors are going absolutely bananas over this rare gem. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your change, and who knows, you might just be holding a jackpot quarter in your hand right now. And if you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button because I'm always dropping videos on coins that could make you rich. Now, let's get into it. Alright, so what's the big deal with this 2014 D Washington quarter? After all, it looks like just another ordinary coin. Well, my friend, that's where the magic happens. The key reason this quarter is worth $91 kit all comes down to a minting error. The US Mint pumps out billions of coins every year, and sometimes, just sometimes, they mess up. And when they do, collectors go nuts. The 2014 D quarter we're talking about has a double die error, which means some of the designs were accidentally struck twice, causing a ghost-like image to appear. It's like the quarter has a shaky selfie of itself. And then there's the high-grade factor. The coin that sold for $91,000 was graded MS69, which is insanely rare for modern quarters. Think of it like getting a perfect slice of pizza. No burnt edges, no missing cheese, just absolute perfection. That's what makes it valuable. How to check your 2014 D quarter. So, how do you know if you've got the golden ticket? Here's what to do. Check the mint mark. Look for the little D under "In God We Trust." If it's there, you're on the right track. Look for doubling focus on the letters, numbers, and George Washington's profile. If things look weirdly shadowed or doubled, cha-ching. Condition is everything. If your quarter looks like it's been through 10 vending machines and a toddler's toy box, it's probably not worth much. But if it's crisp and clean, you're in business. My personal story. That one time I thought I was rich, but nope. I gotta tell you, I had my own jackpot quarter moment once. I found a shiny 2014 quarter, and my heart nearly stopped. I ran to check the mint mark, and boom, it had a D. My hands were shaking like I just won the lottery. But then, tragedy struck. I pulled out my magnifying glass, checked for errors, and guess what? Nothing. Just a regular OL quarter worth 25 cents. Talk about an emotional roller coaster. So yeah, don't get too excited until you check carefully. But hey, that's the thrill of coin collecting. You never know when you'll hit the jackpot. So, there you have it, the 2014 D Washington quarter that sold for $91,000. Could you have one hiding in your pocket? Only one way to find out. Start checking your change. And if you love learning about coins that could make you rich, subscribe now. I drop new videos every week on valuable coins, collecting tips, and hidden gems that could be worth a fortune. Hit that like button, drop a comment if you've ever found a cool coin, and share this with your friends, because who wouldn't want to turn a quarter into a small fortune? Today, we're diving into what makes this coin so valuable, how you can spot one, and of course, some real-life coin hunting tips that could turn your spare change into serious cash. And hey, if you've ever tossed a quarter into a vending machine, you might want to brace yourself for some regret. So, what's the deal with the 2005 P Washington quarter? Well, first things first, it's part of the State Quarter series, specifically the one featuring the great state of Kansas. Now, before you start digging through your couch cushions, not every 2005 Kansas quarter is worth big bucks. The magic happens when there's a rare minting error involved. Enter the famous "In God We Rust" error. No, that's not a typo. Some of these coins were struck with a grease-filled die, causing the T in trust to disappear. So instead of saying "In God We Trust," it looks like "In God We Rust." Talk about an ironic mistake. Right now, here's where it gets crazy. While most of these error coins sell for a few $100, one extra special version went for $91,000 at auction. Why? Because it was in mint condition, graded as MS68 by PCGS, one of the highest possible grades for a circulated coin. Now, if you're anything like me, you're probably thinking, wait, I've definitely seen a weird-looking quarter before. Did I just give away a fortune buying a pack of gum? Well, don't panic yet. There's still a chance to find one. Speaking of regrets, let me tell you a quick story. A buddy of mine, let's call him Steve, once found a Kansas quarter with the "In God We Rust" error. And what did he do? Spent it on a parking meter. Yep, 35 cents of parking in exchange for what could have been a couple grand. When I told him about its value later, he just stared at me, blinking before whispering, "I was in a rush, man." Moral of the story? Check your coins before you spend them. Alright, so here's the deal. If you've got a 2005 Kansas quarter, take a close look at it. Check for the "In God We Rust" error, and if it looks promising, consider getting it graded. Even if it's not worth 91 grand, you might still be sitting on hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And if you do find one, drop a comment and let me know. I want to hear all about it. Also, if you enjoy learning about coins that are worth big money, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'm always dropping new videos on rare and valuable coins, so don't miss out. What if I told you that a 2020 Mint Mark Washington quarter could be worth a jaw-dropping $91,000? Yep, you heard that right. That little piece of change sitting in your pocket might just be your ticket to an early retirement. So before you spend it on a vending machine snack, stick around because you might be sitting on a fortune. Alright, let's dive in. The 2020 Washington quarter isn't just any ordinary coin. This particular quarter comes from the America the Beautiful series, specifically featuring the National Park of American Samoa. And guess what? It has a little friend on it, yep, the famous bat quarter. But the real reason it's selling for crazy amounts? Rare errors, high grades, and demand from collectors. Now, let's break this down. A normal 2020 quarter in your pocket? Worth exactly 25 cents. But a mint condition one, graded MS68 or higher, is where the money rolls in. A collector recently dropped $91,000 on one of these because of its pristine condition and a rare die break error. Imagine paying 91 grand for a quarter. That's like using a diamond ring as a paperweight. But let me tell you a quick story. A buddy of mine, let's call him Dave, found one of these in his pocket change. He was about to toss it into a tip jar, but something told him to take a closer look. Turns out it had a minor die crack. Not a jackpot, but he still sold it for $500. Now, I don't know about you, but finding a $500 quarter sounds way better than finding a crumpled $5 bill in your jeans. So, how do you spot a valuable 2020 quarter? First, check for errors, die breaks, double dies, or off-center strikes. Then look at the condition. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. And finally, get it certified by a grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its value. That little step could mean the difference between a few bucks and a life-changing payday. Alright, you coin-loving legends, that's a wrap for today. If you want more tips on turning pocket change into serious cash, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Don't forget to check your change. You never know when you might be holding on to the next big find. Imagine this. You're digging through your pocket change, looking for $1 to buy your favorite snack, and boom. You realize you just held a coin worth $91,000. That's right, a single 2019 Washington quarter dollar could be worth more than a luxury car. Today, we're diving into what makes this coin so valuable and how you might have one hiding in your change right now. Alright, let's talk about this jackpot of a quarter. The 2019 Washington quarter isn't just any regular 25-cent piece. It's part of the America the Beautiful series, featuring the Lowell National Historical Park design on the reverse. But what makes it worth a jaw-dropping amount? One word: errors. The most valuable versions of this coin have unique minting errors, including double dies, off-center strikes, and even missing edge lettering. The rarer the error, the higher the value. Collectors and coin graders go absolutely wild for these quirks, and that's what pushes the price tag into the tens of thousands. Now, let's get personal. A buddy of mine, let's call him Dave, was about to pay for gas with some loose change when he noticed something weird about his quarter. It looked slightly doubled around the lettering. Turns out, after a little research, he had a double die error coin worth over $1,000. And guess what? He almost used it to buy a candy bar. Imagine losing out on that much money over a sugar craving. So, how do you know if you have one of these golden ticket quarters? First, check the year. It should be 2019. Second, look for the P mint mark, located just under Washington's ponytail. Lastly, inspect it under good lighting for any signs of doubling or misprints. If you spot anything unusual, Get it graded by a professional because that little coin could be your next big payday. Now, if you've got a 2019 P quarter lying around, don't just throw it in the vending machine. Give it a second look. And if you're as obsessed with finding valuable coins as I am, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'm always dropping new videos on hidden treasures in your pocket change, and trust me, you don't want to miss out. Imagine this. You're digging through your loose change, maybe at the gas station, maybe while doing laundry, and suddenly, boom, you spot a 2018 P Washington quarter. Just another quarter, right? Wrong. That little beauty could be worth a jaw-dropping $91,000. Yep, you heard me. 91K. That's not just pocket change, that's life-changing money. All right, let's break it down. The 2018 P Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia, and while it's a relatively modern coin, certain rare errors and conditions make it extremely valuable. Most of these quarters are worth 25 cents, maybe a little more in mint condition. But the one that's making headlines? The special. We're talking pristine condition, unique die errors, or something that makes collectors go absolutely nuts for it. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine, let's call him Joe, was just like you and me, casually going through his spare change, not expecting much. He noticed a 2018 P quarter looked a little different. Instead of tossing it in the vending machine for a soda, he decided to check it out. Turns out it had a rare die clash error, making it one of the most sought-after quarters from that year. Long story short, Joe didn't just get a soda, he got a new car. Imagine that. You buy a pack of gum, and the change in your pocket is worth more than your entire car loan. Wild, right? So how do you know if your 2018 P quarter is the golden ticket? First, check for errors, double die obverse, minting defects, or unusual markings. Next, make sure it's in top-notch condition. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your coin and determine its real value. And if you do find one that's special, you could be sitting on a small fortune. If you're now eyeballing every quarter in your house, you're on the right track. Who knew that common pocket change could be a hidden jackpot? And if you want more tips on spotting valuable coins and turning spare change into real money, hit that subscribe button. I've got tons of coin collecting strategies coming your way, and trust me, you don't want to miss out. Imagine finding one in your couch cushions. Talk about a lucky day. Today, we're diving into why this quarter is so valuable, what to look for, and most importantly, how you can get your hands on one. So, grab your spare change and let's go treasure hunting. Now, you're probably wondering, what makes this little piece of metal so special? Great question. The 2017 D Washington quarter was part of the America the Beautiful series, specifically honoring Ozark National Scenic Riverways in Missouri. Most of these quarters are worth, well, a quarter, but a few rare ones, they're worth more than a brand new sports car. Here's why. Some 2017 D quarters were struck with a major minting error. We're talking about a dramatic double die and an extremely rare misprint in the lettering. Combine that with high demand from collectors and boom, you've got a coin that can sell for $91,000 at auction. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A buddy of mine, let's call him Mike, used to laugh at my coin obsession. He'd say, "Why are you looking at pennies like a detective?" Fast forward to last year, he calls me freaking out because he found a weird-looking quarter in his glove box. I told him to send me a picture, and guess what? It was a 2017 D quarter with a rare double die error. He sold it for over $10,000. Let's just say he doesn't make fun of my coin hunting anymore, so how can you find one of these jackpot quarters? First, check your spare change. This beauty could be hiding in your car, couch, or even at the bottom of your laundry pile. Second, look for key errors, especially any doubling in the letters or odd misalignments. Finally, if you think you've found one, get it graded. A verified high-grade error coin can skyrocket in value. Now, imagine this. You go through your coins tonight, find a 2017 D Washington quarter, and in a few weeks, you're holding a check for $91,000. That's enough for a new car, an amazing vacation, or heck, an entire year off work, so don't ignore your spare change. If you love learning about rare and valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I drop weekly tips on coins worth big money, so you don't miss your next jackpot. Now, Grab that piggy bank and start hunting. Who knows? Your fortune might be sitting in your pocket right now. Imagine buying a coffee, handing over some change, and later realizing you just gave away a quarter worth $91,000. Yeah, that's the kind of regret that keeps you up at night. But today, I'll make sure that doesn't happen to you. We're talking about the 2016 P Mint Mark Washington quarter, a seemingly normal coin that could secretly be hiding a fortune in your pocket. Buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for so you don't accidentally spend a small fortune on a vending machine snack. So, what makes this quarter so special? It's from the America the Beautiful series, specifically featuring Shawnee National Forest on the reverse. But here's the kicker. It's not just any quarter. Some rare errors and high-grade specimens have sent the value through the roof. Now, I know what you're thinking. A 2016 quarter? That's not even old. And that's exactly why this is so exciting. You don't need a time machine to find one. These coins are still in circulation today. Alright, let's break it down. If you have a regular 2016 P Shawnee quarter in average condition, it's worth, well, 25 cents. Sorry. But if you find one with a major error, like a double die or misprint, you could be holding on to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And if you manage to snag a perfectly graded MS-68 version, that's where we hit jackpot territory, $91,000 at auction. Crazy, right? That's more than most people's cars. Or a lifetime supply of tacos. Or, okay, you get the idea. Now, quick story time. I once found a 2016 quarter in my couch cushions and got way too excited. I spent hours inspecting it, convinced I was about to be rich. Spoiler alert, it was just a regular quarter. But hey, it got me hooked on checking my change, and that's how I found some seriously valuable coins over the years. So, moral of the story? Always check your quarters. You never know when a simple coin could turn into life-changing money. Conclusion, alright? Treasure hunters. That's the scoop on the 2016 P Washington quarter. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more insider tips on finding coins worth big bucks. And hey, if you do find one of these goldmine quarters, let me know in the comments, but maybe don't tell your friends, or they'll start checking your change too. Today's video, we're diving into the 2003 P Mint Mark Washington quarter and why some of them are bringing in crazy money. If you've ever thought, I wish I could turn 25 cents into a small fortune, stick around. This could be your chance. Let's talk about what makes this quarter so special. Most 2003 P quarters are worth, well, 25 cents. Maybe 50 cents if someone's feeling generous. But some rare versions of this coin have minting errors that drive collectors wild. And when collectors go wild, the price goes way up. So what should you look for? The high-value error. Some of these quarters were struck on a transitional planchet. Basically, the wrong metal was used. That's like ordering a cheeseburger and getting a lobster instead. Unexpected, but amazing. These errors make the coin super valuable to collectors. Misaligned die errors. If Washington's face looks slightly off-center, that's another big deal. Not quite, I just woke up off-center, but noticeably shifted. Double die variations. If the lettering or images look doubled, congratulations, you've got a double die error, and that means cash money. And here's the kicker. A rare transitional error 2003 P quarter sold for $91,000 at auction. Imagine handing over a quarter for a candy bar when it could have bought you a luxury car. That's a painful thought. Personal story now. Let me tell you about the time I almost found a valuable quarter. I was at a gas station, paying for snacks, when I spotted a quarter with an odd shine in my change. Micah told me, hey, check this out later. But what did I do? I used it for a gumball machine. You know that moment when you realize you just made a huge mistake? Yeah. I still think about that gumball, and how it might have cost me thousands. Moral of the story, check your quarters before you spend them. Conclusion and call to action, alright? Coin enthusiasts, now it's your turn. Go grab your change jar, couch cushions, or wherever you keep your quarters, and start hunting for that golden, or should I say silver, ticket. You never know, that 2003 P quarter could be sitting right under your nose, waiting to change your life. If you found this video helpful, or at least slightly entertaining, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll I'll keep bringing you more hidden coin treasures and strategies to find them. Don't miss out, your next coin hunt could make you rich.